the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Tennessee Titans. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On 2nd and 2, Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I thought the Jets had a really impressive draft in 2021. They took quarterback Zach Wilson at 2. Got line help with Elijah Vera-Tucker after they traded with Minnesota at 14. And then went and grabbed this man, Elijah Moore from Ole Miss, with the 2nd pick of round 2. Plenty of targets to go around, a fairly thin receiving core now. And Elijah Moore, so explosive, picks up the first down.
Second down at 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Now, Corey Davis, of course, 4 years with these Tennessee Titans. They decided not to pick up his 5th-year option, so he left for the Jets. Even though he's coming off statistically his best season as a pro, just short of 1,000 yards on 65 catches in his final season with Tennessee. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it? And remember, the Titans lost Jonnu Smith, their #1 tight end the last few years, when he signed with New England in free agency. So that might open up a few more looks for Ferguson. And he makes a smooth catch there.
And Take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Tannehill now to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Back to throw here. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Now it's Tannehill. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward. But they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Henry again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. How does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he pulls over it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off play action, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A safety with a sack there, LaMarcus Joyner. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on third down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of third down there and made a play.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Touchdown, Jets! Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Play action. It's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Tannehill. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, up and good. The lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out. Maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart,
fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's Firkser, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. He gets away from 1, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Henry. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
At the 23-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a gain. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. Throwing Tannehill. Going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Tannehill. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Tannehill throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run for it with Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons.